Using dynamic input and dynamic feedback. This is known as heads-up display. It prevents us from having to look down on our command line as we're designing. So I'm drawing the box command at right this point, and you can see visually it's asking me for the coordinates of the box. I can key those in, or I can move my mouse dynamically. So let's say I put 8 in. Now I can either hit the tab key and then say I want 6, and then I can hit the tab key back and forth. Once I hit the tab key, it locks those values in. And once I have that down, where I have the 2 coordinates I want, I can hit enter, and now I can go and ask for the height, and the height then visually shows up as I move my mouse. I can key in a value for the height, such as 5, and I dynamically get feedback on what this looks like. We could do the same thing in our command line as an alternative. I can specify the corner, say as 0, comma, and it builds another input box. I can say 0, comma, and it puts in a Z. Now it's saying, okay, where do you want this thing? And then from there I can key things in on the command line if I need to. So let's get rid of this. So this is known as dynamic feedback. So I go and say, I want it to be just 0, comma 0, and I can see the feedback it's providing me. So on the command line I can come in here and type, I want this to be 10, and so now let's say, what is the height? I can come in here and say, I want this to be 6, and so, but you'll notice it went downwards. That's a very good point. When we use dynamic feedback, right, I'm picking the corners. When I go up, it is in the positive direction. When I go down, it's in the negative direction, so I can visually see my feedback. So I don't have to put in -10, or I don't have to put in a positive 10. I just have to move it in the direction to get my dynamic feedback. Now, once I have put the values in, such as 8 for example, I hit enter, then that enter sends that to AutoCAD for it to apply that to the drawing. So we use dynamic input, which allows us some dynamic feedback so we can visually see what it looks like on the screen in 3D.